Howdy, my people. Good morning. Welcome to the Viktor Wilt Show, and hope you have a great Wednesday. Let's see here. All right, where's that stupid tab I had open? Man, I can't wait till, like, the news in general calms down and there are actually fun things in the news to talk about. Yeah, I know. It's funny. It's a funny dream. All right, things that people believe are true even though they can't prove it. All right. Let's see what we got. Squirrels are addicted to the adrenaline high they get from running in front of cars. They do seem to enjoy playing with my cats. And they must get some kind of rush out of that. So I don't know. They could also just be dumb. I mean, they got, little brains, little squirrel brains. So I don't know. All right, this could end up being a fun thread if that's how it's going to start out. Again, these are things people believe are 100% true, even though they can't prove it. All right, this guy's got his own conspiracy theory. In the UK, they have a vast overpopulation of traffic cones. They don't know where to store them all, so they just randomly put them on a road for a couple weeks and move them to a different road with no work actually being done. Boy, I can tell you, out near Burley, I had to drive there for years and years and years, and it certainly seemed like there was endless road construction that never accomplished anything. Yeah. That's my conspiracy theory. They're in cahoots with some kind of company that does road work to just endlessly hand over money and share it. Something like that. Again, it's a conspiracy theory. And I can't talk very well yet. Still waking up. Let's see. People who program traffic lights somehow set them up so they can have an easier commute. That can seem true. Now, there are certain afternoons where I'm just like, why on earth am I hitting every single red light? Every single one. Can't we program these so, the traffic flowing in one direction just goes? I don't know. I'm not a transportation department worker. I'm sure it's much more complex than that. But maybe that's why. They're setting them up so their drive goes easy. I could buy into that. Let's see here. This person believes Netflix included a lot of smoking for their characters as an advertisement for the tobacco industry, since tobacco is heavily restricted on how they can advertise. Well, from what I've read about smoking, I think numbers are down. So it's not working. It's not working. I think they just put smoking and drinking in movies. I wonder why. I know when I'm not drinking, I certainly notice how much alcohol is in, movies and TV shows. Don't seem to see as much smoking. I don't know. Let's see here. What else have we got? This person is convinced that their dad smoked a pipe, but no one seems to remember that except them. All right, let's see. This person thinks that pets understand way more of what we say than they let on. I think people all want to think that. But I could be like, come here, you're a bad kitty. And, Koopa will come to me anyway. Not Lucy. Stubborn teenager cat. Yeah, very, I don't know what the word I'm looking for here is right now, but she's being standoffish. It's probably because there's a dog hanging out at the house. The cats are frustrated, plus 2 other cats. I got a zoo going on now. Regular old zoo. All right, let's see here. This person believes the moon landing was real. Okay, well, I think that most people do. I know there are some that don't, but I think most people do. This person believes aliens exist somewhere out there in our vast universe. There are likely some in our galaxy. Life can't have happened only once in such a mind-bogglingly vast space. I think that statistically, it seems like there's got to be some other kind of life out there. It's just, can they make it here? Or vice versa? Can we make it to where the other life is? Still waiting on the government to drop some new alien news. Could be exciting. All right, let's see here. This person believes psych operations on social media from foreign countries using social media to attempt to destroy the U.S. from within. Didn't they already prove that, like, Russia was, doing a bunch of hoaxes on social media and things like that? I'm pretty sure that there is foreign propaganda, all over social media. And, boy, I don't know who to blame for the division in this country, but I would imagine foreign countries, some of them, are definitely stoking the flames a little bit. All right, well, as I scan this thread, it's starting to get more boring. So I'm going to stop that one and find something else to talk about while we listen to some Volbeat. Okay, I'm just sitting here kind of baffled. Like, a lot of people say, we're living in a bad timeline, like, the timeline where Biff Tannen got the sports almanac. But at least Acid Bath is back. They're playing shows. I have been unable to go to any of the shows because they're just not close enough. I don't have the money. I don't have the PTO. Right now, I see new tour announced for the UK, of all places. This is the most ridiculous tour lineup for me that I could possibly imagine. System of a Down, Queens of the Stone Age, and Acid Bath hitting up the UK and, other areas of Europe in the summer of 2026. Again, System of a Down, Queens of the Stone Age, and Acid Bath. What is going on? How is this possible? And why does it have to be overseas? Come on. That's like the best lineup of all time. I mean, if you would have told me a year ago Acid Bath would be playing shows, period, I wouldn't have ever believed it. But that they'd also be touring with two of my favorite bands of all time, Queens of the Stone Age and System of a Down, I'd be like, that's complete insanity. There's no way that could happen. You're a liar. So I guess I've got almost a year to figure out how I could get enough money to go to the UK and see this tour. I don't know. I'm going to have to start buying more lotto tickets, right? Jade, I need a raise. I need a big one. That is wild. That is wild. I guess I'll have to settle for, what we're getting around here. But, I mean, I would go see any of those bands just by themselves. Usually you see a lineup and it's like, oh, I like that band. Or, okay, those two are pretty good. This is absurd to me. But that's just because this is, as far as my personal taste goes, that's like, 3 of the all-time best. So I'm going to sit here and cry during the brief break. And then I'll get over it. And then I'll find more stuff to share with you. I know it's not important to share tours that are happening overseas, but this one is so ridiculous. I had to talk about it for a minute. I'm baffled. Am I really awake? I got a call from a listener a little bit ago who asked me what my favorite radio scene in a movie was. And I've still yet to come up with one. But there are a lot of great movies out there that deal with radio in some way or other. And some of them, it's been a while since I watched them. I'm going to have to go back and watch them again. A very radio-centric movie that I loved when I was younger, Airheads. You got this band who wants to get their song on the radio, so they basically hijack a radio station. They bring in these fake guns and, are like, all right, we're not leaving until you play our song. And, as someone who worked in radio for a long time now, there's some themes in the movie that definitely hit my heart. Now, The fear of a format flip. Now, format flip is when, say, you have a rock station and then the bosses decide, well, I think that we could probably get more listeners if we flip it to easy listening. Oh! I hate when I see that happen to a rock station. That's one of the themes in the movie there. There's, of course, Howard Stern's Private Parts, which is, basically the story of the life of legendary DJ Howard Stern. Haven't watched that in a long time either. It's a movie I've seen countless times. Gonna have to watch that again. So I tried to do some digging and find lists of movies that deal with radio, and there are a lot of them that I haven't seen. I think I've seen Good Morning Vietnam, but it would have been a long, long time ago. I don't know. I'm going to have to check that one out. It's a classic film. Let's see. Somebody mentioned the movie The Warriors. I guess the radio DJ narrates their journey across town. I don't remember that angle of that movie at all. I've seen The Warriors multiple times. But when I think of that movie, I just think about the gang that dresses like baseball players and how silly that seems to me. Gonna have to watch The Warriors again. All right, now they're mentioning Airheads here. There's another movie called Pirate Radio, and I don't think I've seen this movie. Is it I think it's a documentary. Let's see here. Now I'm just bringing up articles about what is pirate radio, and that's when somebody sets up an illegal radio station. You'll get yourself in pretty serious trouble for that. Even though I'm sure it's fun. Don't recommend doing it. Pump Up the Volume. Haven't seen that either. Frequency. They say it's ham radio, not broadcast. And then somebody mentioned The Vast of Night, and I thought I watched that movie. Like, recently. My memory's terrible. No, I haven't seen this. I think I wanted to watch it, but never got around to watching it. And that one, that's definitely people sitting in a radio studio. Yeah, I don't know. If you have any good radio movie recommendations, I do enjoy a good movie that has to do with the radio. Talk Radio by Oliver Stone. Haven't seen that either. Well, anyway, Sleepless in Seattle. It's a romance movie. They said maybe even a little silly for its time, too. All right, we got somebody calling. Let's see what they got. K-Bear, you're live on the show. Keep that in mind. Who's this?
Hey, it's Kelly.
Kelly, you got a good radio-related movie?
My favorite show is Pump Up the Volume with Christian Slater.
Okay, that was one that was on the list here. And
yeah, he pirate radios out of his basement.
I am going to have to check that one out.
The FCC gets involved, and it is awesome.
All right, Pump Up the Volume. I wonder if it's available on streaming right now. Probably have to, rent it from Amazon. Yeah, looks like you got to rent
1980s
it.
movie.
All right, dude. I'm going to have to check that out. Christian Slater's good, so.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Thanks for the recommendation.
Okay. All right, thank you.
I'm going to make a list.
All right.
All right, thanks, man. Peace.
Okay, see ya. All right, bye.
All right, I dumped out just in case. I think that guy said, heck yeah, but you can never be sure. Yeah, my hearing, not what it used to be. All right, Pump Up the Volume. People look like it's got pretty good reviews. Not too shabby. Must be pretty good. Do yourself a favor, and if you haven't listened to much Acid Bath before, fire up either of their two albums, When the Kite String Pops or Pagan Terrorism Tactics. Both of them masterpieces. 10 out of 10. All right. Got yet another ding-dong ditch story. This time out of the UK. And this one's a little bit different. So there's this apartment complex. Oh, sorry, not the UK. This is in Germany. Anyway, apartment complex. Relentless buzzing of doorbells late at night. Bunch of neighbors decide to call the authorities. They're like, these kids are driving us crazy. Now, unlike every one of these stories in the U.S., These people did not run outside with guns and just start blasting off rounds or trying to run over children. They called the authorities, who showed up and found out that a slug had been sliding up and down people's doorbells. Yeah. Just driving people nuts. Just a slug. I love it. I love it. Can we have some slugs in the U.S. start doing this? People just be blasting off rounds into the sky. Where are you? Where are you, kids? I've had it. I hope that the ding-dong ditch trend can just settle down. Yeah. We had somebody get killed playing ding-dong ditch a week or two ago. If a teenager or whoever rings your doorbell and runs away, just go sit back on the couch. You'll be okay, all right? It's all gonna be all right. It's a pretty fun slug. Well, I'm just sitting here watching a video of a old woman shooting an old man in the face with a flare gun in his driveway. I know I shouldn't laugh, but what's going on? What is going on? So the guy's out walking his dog. Sorry, it was her driveway. Now, I guess these are a couple neighbors that live in a senior community, just didn't get along in general, and you know, they might argue about some things here and there, but it finally culminated with this amazing video shot by a ring cam of her just blasting him right in the face with a flare gun. And there's naughty language in it, so I can't play it for you, but they interviewed the guy, and he's got just this hideous wound on his face, and he's like, I've lived in Brooklyn. Now I moved to this small senior community, and this is what I got to put up with here. I don't know. Just something funny about seeing old people fight. Even though I don't think they should. I think it's bad. Getting in fights is bad. Okay. But, I mean, when you see an elderly woman, these are two, really old people. And this elderly woman busts out the flare gun. Broad daylight. Just blam. I don't know, it just made me chuckle a little bit. I don't want to see this type of behavior from anybody, all right? But I couldn't help but laugh because the video was so wild. So you can Google it up. There's plenty of pages about it, but yeah. The guy's all right, okay? He's just got a face wound. He'll be okay. Jeez. Animals continuing to fight back against the scourge that is people. There was a couple that were out walking their dog in the Austrian Alps. Elderly couple, 85-year-old man and 82-year-old wife. And they were hiking toward a mountain hut when out of nowhere, a herd of 9 cows, including 3 calves, charged and severely injured them. They killed the guy. The guy just stomped to death by cows. And then the woman, she's pretty messed up too. The article says that fatal cow attacks are rare in that nation, but as we've learned on this program, I mean, cows kill a lot of people. You see them and you're like, oh, look at that cow. Look at those cows. Vicious beasts. Vicious beasts. So, yeah, when you're out hiking or camping on the public lands and, people got their cows grazing, there's cow pies all over the place. Stay away from those cows. They might seriously mess you up. I think I'm more worried about cows now than, bears in the woods or anything like that. Mountain lions. No, I see a cow. I'm like, you get. Can you imagine getting stomped to death by a cow? It's not a great way to go. If you're going to get killed by an animal, you want it to be like a shark or, again, a bear or mountain lion, something that people are like, well, yeah, no way he could have done anything about that. But there's probably not a lot of sympathy if you get killed by a cow. People are like, you got killed by a cow? Really? They're mean and they're big, So just wanted to warn you. Stay away from them farms. Be careful while you're camping. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I mean, the guy died, but you just don't tend to hear much about cow attacks. Tends to be, bears. And anyway, somebody needs to make a documentary about that. Like vicious cow beasts. Maybe it's good that we eat them. Sorry. Have you seen the latest government UFO video? I was just begging for stuff the last few weeks, and apparently they heard me. They're always listening. And a new video has been released showing a missile being shot at some UAP, an unidentified anomalous phenomena. And 3 Navy and Air Force veterans testified Tuesday at Capitol Hill at the 3rd congressional hearing on UAPs that the military's trying to cover it all up. Yeah, this footage is from late 2024, and it shows, straight up shooting a missile at this mysterious orb, which continued traveling at extreme speed. Doing crazy maneuvers and things like that. Now, I'm still waiting for the 4K footage that the government was talking about a couple years ago, like super high quality 4K footage, because I'm not going to call this like super good quality footage. It's kind of like the Tic Tac video, but it's weird. It's weird. Are we going to have disclosure? Yeah. Are they eventually just going to give us the truth? Probably not. I think we've all learned the government's going to deny things till the end of time. No, it's not real. Just ignore it. Put your head in the sand. Don't look at that. Don't pay attention to it. Hey, look over here. Look, squirrel. All right. Anyway, if you haven't checked out the video, it's kind of cool. But again, it's like the Tic Tac video. It's not super great quality, but worth checking out. If somebody contacts you online and they say they need help and they need money and you don't know them, you should probably think twice about sending them the money. This woman from Japan swindled out of about $7,000 after falling in love with a self-described astronaut. Said he was stuck in space, under attack, and in need of oxygen. Yeah, he's on a spaceship. So she, agreed to send him some money to help him buy oxygen. Got about $7,000. All right. I need money, people. All right. Things are tight. Okay, I can't swindle anybody out of money. No, you can just donate to the cause. Figure out what my Venmo is. You got money burning a hole in your pocket? Someone, you've fallen in love with online is asking for that money? You can send it to me, okay? They're probably not really who they say they are. If Brad Pitt's been messaging you, saying he's hard up for cash, it's probably not him, all right? If it's an astronaut in space who needs to buy oxygen to survive, it's probably not true. You could contact NASA, or some type of government agency, find out if that's for real. Again, yeah, if you've got money just burning a hole in your pocket that you want to throw in the garbage, make that garbage can my wallet. All right, what else do we have here? Oh, I hate mosquitoes. I think they're a scourge. They kill people. And I've got, mosquito allergies, so I don't like it when they bite me. It sucks. It's annoying. Well, apparently if you want to avoid getting bitten by mosquitoes, you need to avoid beer, and you also need to avoid getting it on. Yeah. Mosquitoes seem to like beer drinkers who have recently gotten it on. That's what this article says. Now, who knows? We've seen a lot of studies done over the years, but, where mosquitoes kill about 2.7 million people every year. Can you believe that number? 2.7 million deaths from diseases passed by mosquitoes every year. And then millions more just, get really sick. I guess you got to avoid drinking beer, getting it on. So, yeah. Have fun with that camping, huh? Stupid mosquitoes. Oh, they're awful. They are just the worst. Okay. I've got a request for you. I'm begging you. Please listen. Please listen to what I have to say. Okay? It's the only time I'm going to get political on the show today. And I'm not even going to say anything specific. We have elections coming up in November for all kinds of different local offices and positions. Please, for the love of all that is good, educate yourself on the candidates. Please. Please. We've all seen some of the crazy stuff going down here in Idaho in the last, 9 months or so. And I've seen, pretty much universal discontent about these things. Please educate yourself on the candidates prior to voting. My homies down the hall at East Idaho News have been doing a good job putting out videos and interviews and such with some of the candidates running for things like city council, mayor in a variety of East Idaho cities. If you go to eastidahonews.com and then go to sections and then go to politics, you can watch these interviews. Get to know these people a little bit. Get to know what they want to do for our communities. And then you can research further. They should all, if they're, actually trying, they should all have social media or websites that go over their various views and, platforms and what they want to do. You've got till November to get to know these people. You got almost 2 months till the election. Please, get out and vote. Local elections are so much more important than things like, the presidential election, because the presidential election is decided by 7 states due to what in my opinion is a scam, the Electoral College. It's why candidates only campaign in 7 states. It's dumb. But local elections, hardly, if you look at the voter turnout for local elections, it's terrible. It's year after year, just horrible. And it's not hard to get out and vote. Bring a piece of mail and your ID. Get yourself over, to the polls. They can register you at the polls. And then you vote. But make sure beforehand that you educate yourself on the candidates, all right? Because we've seen a lot of people disappointed in their representatives, but a lot of people just tend to vote based on the letter next to the name. And it's okay to try something different if you're not happy with how things have been going, okay? I know it's scary. It's scary to think about those other letters. Oh, no! But if you get to know the candidates and you're like, what? I like what this person has to say. They seem like a good person. You can get people's vibes. You can feel the vibes off of people watching a video of them talking. Like, that guy seemed like a liar and a weasel. I'm glad I watched this video because I was going to vote for him. Don't just see a sign on the side of the road and be like, oh, that one looks good. No, you got to educate yourself. But please, I would love to see record turnout for the local elections in November, because the turnout always sucks so bad. And then you've got just a handful of people deciding who's in charge around here. Use your voice, use the power of your vote. But again, just please educate yourself on the candidates. Could save so many problems if people just got to know who they're voting for. And East Idaho News doing a great job getting this information out there. Again, under sections, politics, just start scrolling through there. There's going to be other political news in there, but you'll see all of the different East Idaho elects. You can also just click East Idaho elects, or go to eastidahonews.com/news/east-idaho-elects and look at all of the different information on people running for mayoral and city council offices, and basically every city and town in East Idaho. Okay? Please, for the love of all that's good, put a little effort into this one. Okay. I know a few minutes ago I said the only time I was going to get at all political was just encouraging people to get out and vote and educate themselves on the candidates. Then I stumbled across this article. 88-year-old House Democrat says she's running again. I'm not going to step aside. 88. At what point can you not just kick back and enjoy life? Now listen, if you're in your 80s listening to K-Bear, that's fantastic. It's nothing against you. But we need to see what they call generational change, all right? We got to get these old fogies out, all right? I'm sorry, but, we had a number of members of Congress die of old age in the last year. And, there are tons of people in Congress that are, 80 plus. It's just too old. I'm not trying to, be ageist here, but come on now. Step aside, lady. And see, people are always like, oh, Victor, you're a evil lib. Now listen, there's an article about the Democrats. They got more old fogies in Congress than the other side. Enough already. Get some of these young people in that might get people excited. Might have some fresh new ideas. It's 2025, okay? If somebody was born in the 40s, I don't know, they might be a little bit out of touch with modern society. Just saying when it comes to setting policy and laws. So, yeah, I tell you, the Dems are never going to get it together. They're never going to figure out what would get their base excited. Yeah, both sides, these drive me nuts. Anyway, sorry, older people. You're great. You're listening to my show. You're awesome. You're not running for Congress, right? Or local office? Just want to be sure. All right, we're heading into that time of year where sickness starts making the rounds. Because everybody gets stuck inside together this time of year. Came across a thread, people who rarely get sick, what's your secret? And I need to read through this because I ain't got no time available to be getting sick. I'm only hiding from people. Stay away from me. Wash your hands. All right, let's see what people are saying. Sleep tips. Sleep like it's a competitive sport. Oh, that's probably my biggest failure. The time I have to wake up in the morning, it's just almost impossible to go to bed when I would need to get like 8 hours of sleep. I'd have to be out cold at like 9 o'clock. Like, not just in bed, but asleep. You know how hard that is? At least for me, it's not natural. I don't know. Working on it. I'm doing better. Doing better lately. But yeah, try to get as much sleep as you can. It's very good for you. And if you have sleep struggles, make sure to go to a sleep doctor. Yeah, they can diagnose certain things you might not even know are going on. Maybe you thrash around in your sleep. Maybe you got restless leg. Maybe you got sleep apnea. Who knows? Best to get it checked out if you're, just tired all the time. All right, let's see. What else do we got here? Avoid human contact. That is a good way to avoid getting sick because it's them other people packing that sickness. So stay back. Stay away from me. Ain't nobody got time to be getting sick. Let's see here. Oh, don't have kids. Not joking. I used to never get sick ever. Now, I've been sick once a month as long as my kid's been alive. Yeah, because kids go to school, and there's a bunch of other kids crammed into that small space, and then they bring that sickness home. It's what they do. I used to be sick a lot when I had 2 kids living in my house, especially when they were in high school. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. You can't really avoid your children. So, only way to avoid it, just don't have them. But having kids is pretty great. I gotta say, my kids are awesome. Let's see here. Homeschool your kids. Okay, let's see. Wash your hands. There we go. There's another one. Wash your hands. Need to make sure I'm packing hand sanitizer. And I wash my hands, like anytime there's a chance that I'm going to touch something that's then going to enter my body, like if I'm going to eat a sandwich, I definitely wash my hands beforehand because you never know what you've touched from some other dirty person who doesn't wash their hands. Hold your breath when people sneeze. How about cover your mouth when you sneeze or cough? Oh, I get so mad when I'm at the grocery store and somebody's just and they're not covering their mouth. I'm like, you shouldn't be allowed in public. You get. I think they should kick people out of businesses for that. Yeah, and if you're gonna sneeze, like don't sneeze into your hand because then you're gonna touch something. Sneeze like into your sleeve or something, okay? Yeah, and if you're gonna cough, don't cough into your hands either because then you're gonna touch stuff and you're gonna make me sick. Don't work in hospitals. Yeah, I guess if you work at a place where people come in and they're sick, I applaud you. You're doing good. You're doing good for the people of this planet. But I bet you get sick because people are bringing in all kinds of stuff. Oh, don't chew your nails. Yeah, back to wash your hands. Mm-hmm. Do you know where your hands have been? Have you touched any, gas station doors recently? Any public doorknobs? Maybe a railing? Yeah. Don't put your hands in your mouth when they're not clean. All right. It seems to be that people are saying sleep a lot, wash your hands, and then, of course, things like healthy eating and exercise here. That's probably good for you as well. But just be aware in public. People are gross. Yeah. You go get some gas. You think people are washing their hands before they pump gas? No. Just making you sick. Speaking of people who make you sick, every time I see his face, he makes me sick. Look, I turned the right mic on.
You didn't at first, though.
I didn't at first.
I was going to yell at you.
Did you wash your hands before touching that microphone?
I think people wash their hands before touching that board.
I do.
You know who else sits in here?
Peaches! Wash your hands, Peaches! Speaking of which, it's about that time of year. When is the supplies of hand sanitizer and cleansing sprays and things coming in? Hurry. I'm worried. It's that COVID time of year for Victor.
That's your own fault.
It's not my own
dirty
fault.
Fool.
No,
you've gotten COVID more than anyone I know.
It's because of all those other dirty people who are out packing COVID in public.
And they're because you're
coughing.
You just don't know how to wash your hands and not touch your face.
I try to wash my hands and not touch my face.
Yeah, but you don't know how.
I do too. I wash my hands all the time.
There is no try. There is only do.
Please don't tell me you're bringing me more work.
Of course I am.
Oh, I hate you. Hate your guts. I'm going to cough in your face. I might be sick.
I won't get COVID.
I know. You never do. It's only me.
I know.
And then I was reading, they're trying to, like, I wanted to go get a shot. I know people hate that. Sorry, some of you. But, like, I called to see, they didn't have them. And then I saw that now they're only giving them to the old fogies. You got to be like 65 plus. My body, my right. I should be able to put whatever kind of microchips in my bloodstream that I want.
If they saw you, they would know you qualify as a 65-year-old man.
I think I should be able to tell them, I get it every time, please. It's attracted to me like I don't know what. It sticks to me like glue.
Thinking about when that came out and all that was happening, you remember how peaceful it was in the studio when it was just me and you in the whole building?
Dude, it was great. It was so quiet around here.
We got a lot done.
We got too much done.
That's the problem. Open up all kinds of opportunities for more stuff to get done.
Oh, and then did we get any thanks for it? No! Get yelled at for trying to offer up suggestions on how to make things better.
Better shut your mouth, Victor.
That's right. Get shamed, demoted for no reason. for doing your job right. What a jerk. All right, anyway, I got it out of my system. Wash your hands, people.
Can't wait till you get COVID again.
I'm not going to get it.
Yeah, you will. That'll be great this time because you don't have any vacation last day.
I know. I'm going to get fired.
I've been waiting for this day for so long.
I just want to use my vacation for fun stuff.
Oh, you're about to have permanent vacation.
No, I can't afford that. Times are rough out there. I don't know if you know.
That's what you get for taking on the zoo.
The zoo's not going to make me sick.
Yeah, so it's just more mouths to feed. I don't know. They could make you sick. Have you heard about the things that cats can do to you with just a scratch?
Dude, you should see all the cat scratches all over me.
Yeah, you should look that up. People dying from a cat scratch.
Dude, if I died from a cat scratch,
where do you think
I'd be
cat
curious.
scratch fever came from?
Ted Nugent's drug-addled mind. Well, you can see that band right here in East Idaho, October 10th, In This Moment. That was.
Don't say now.
Oh, that time I turned the wrong mic
Oh,
on.
of course you did.
Dayseeker. Jade and I were just talking about shows because we haven't gone out of town for a show for a bit. We went and saw the last podcast, Double Nighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was an experience.
That was an experience.
Call over to Classy and ask Josh about that experience.
Why are we walking? Please, let me use your phone.
I don't want your water.
Your water sucks.
I'm so thirsty.
Oh, I'm so thirsty.
Where are you leading me?
Where are you taking me?
House, it's right there. We're 10 steps away. I don't believe you.
Time to dip. Time to run and hide. I'm finding a place to charge my phone.
It's 10 steps that way. Nuh-uh.
I know that you guys are conspiring against me. You and me have a good time when we go out of town.
It's a good time a few days later when we start laughing about it.
That's true.
In the moment, it's like, what's happening? I hate your face.
Well, unfortunately, none of the upcoming shows are happening on a weekend, so I don't know when we're going to be able to go see anything.
That's true, because we do need a day or two after the show, because we're old.
Yes.
Because there's quite a few coming up, like Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah, which is sadly on the same day as Chevelle.
Yeah.
And it's a weekday, so...
Sleep Token.
Sleep Tokens on a Sunday. You know, another one that got to deal with taking a weekday off. You know, because driving back after a show, no.
Brutal.
No. The last time I did that, I think it was me and Peaches. We went to Cody Jinks in Salt Lake, drove back after the show, and I was
and you did it a couple weeks later when he played in Jackson.
Weren't they like really close together?
Yeah.
But see, driving back from Jackson's not like driving back from Salt Lake. And that show was kind of early, I think.
We didn't get back until like 2.
Really?
Yeah, It was terrible.
Sounds awful.
And then I think we went to work the next day.
Yeah, I know. And that's like just impossible.
That's probably the last show that I was part of a come back the same night adventure.
Yeah, I don't care to do that ever again.
No.
No, I'm just too old. That's a young person's game. But yeah, there's so many good shows coming up. We were looking at, was it in November? Thrice?
Yeah.
That was on a weekend.
Yeah, that's like the 15th of November, I think.
Yeah, so...
Thrice is great live.
Dude, I'm pumped on that one. Thrice is really good. We were talking about him yesterday. I think you're more of a fan of the old school Thrice than me, but I love their newer music. It's really good. They've just turned into this real unique sounding band.
Because I'm an OG emo, man.
You are OG emo. I've seen the photographic evidence. It's around.
I helped bring about that whole movement.
Well, you're kind of, I guess I can't say you have an emo haircut now. That's not emo.
I got the stripes, though.
Yeah, but
Except they're natural
They're
stripes.
natural stripes in your beard.
You got the silver fox stripes.
I know. I'm waiting for you to, like, I'm trying to decide what this look needs to go with it. It looks like you need a motorcycle or something.
I'll go put on my leather jacket.
Maybe it'll burst into flames.
The leather will protect me.
That's right. Need to get yourself some chaps, buddy.
It's probably a good thing that I didn't have the emo look when my razor burst into flames. My hair would have just went poof as well.
I can't believe your beard didn't burn up.
Right?
I mean, that's a lot of beard.
I was more concerned about that than my ankle. I'm like, don't cinch my beard.
No, I need this beard.
Half my leg hair's gone. Half the skin on my ankle's gone.
Now you have dead people's skin.
Not anymore.
Well, now it's alive again?
Well, kind of.
Sorta?
They tore the dead people skin off me a while back.
Oh, I guess
that was a fun experience.
Yeah, that sounds fun. So they, surgically attach it to you.
Yep, the cadaver skin they put on as like a pre thing for your own skin graft.
Oh.
To kind of get it ready from what they described to me.
Okay.
So when it comes time to take it off, they just, like a fresh Band-Aid.
So, do you just regrow your own skin, or did they have to take some skin off your butt cheek or something?
Mine, fortunately, wasn't bad enough. At one point, it was where they were like, well, we could just watch it and see what it does, or we can just give you another surgery and do your own skin graft.
Okay.
An autograft is what they call that one. But we opted just to watch it grow back, so I still have a giant hole in my ankle. It's gross.
Oh, that is gross.
Yep. It's right in the great spot where, like, the shoe and the sock and the pant leg all meet together and just rubs, and it's right in the fulcrum point of your ankle.
Yeah.
It's gross.
That sounds great.
So, but the cadaver part they left on there for a week. They sometimes leave it for 2. They left mine on for a week. And as they're pulling it off, it's tearing the new skin that grew underneath. And I'm just holding on to the chair, it's shaking, sweating, trying not to throw up.
Did they let you keep the chunk of dead skin?
No, I should have asked.
You should have.
But at the time, I'm like...
That was like, it's one of those things you don't think of as asking when they, remove part of you if you can have it. When I got the snip,
Yep.
I was like, can I keep that? So I have it in a little jar on my bookshelf. People occasionally will pick it up and like, what is this? Well,
it's rice.
It kind of looks like a grain of rice.
Having that cadaver skin torn off me was the pain threshold was comparable to having my jaw broken. Oh. When they had to pry it open and then x-ray me. Because you're in one of those mouth x-ray things and you have to like bite down on it. And you're usually standing for them, right?
Oh.
And I'm just shaking on that one. Having like a out-of-body experience, the cadaver skin was pretty close.
Oh. And then you got these jerks in other local bands making fun of you for getting your jaw broken.
Writing songs based upon my pain.
What kind of jerk would do such a thing?
I don't know. He may or may not be sitting across me right now, being fat.
Man, I kind of wish I would have went to that Pantera show, but didn't have the time. Boo! Anyway, what's up, people? I hope you at least have the time to kick back and relax here and there. Maybe watch a good movie. I was just reading an article about the new Conjuring movie. I guess one of the Warrens' grandsons says there's nothing at all real about the Conjuring last rites. And I don't know if you're aware, but to slap the label based on a true story on a movie, it doesn't really take much, There are a lot of movies out there based on a true story that are like not really accurate whatsoever. And if you've read much on the Warrens, most of the Conjuring movies, even though they're fun movies, don't get me wrong, I enjoy them. They're fun to watch, good time. I want to see the new one. Yeah, don't really match what actually happened with the Warrens back at the time these events supposedly happened. So, just anytime you see based on a true story, take it with a grain of salt. Let's see here. Bringing up a list of movies that were not very accurate. And, what was the one that I was really trying to think of with Leonardo DiCaprio playing, this scam artist? Oh, I don't know why I can't remember the name, and it's not popping up on this current list I'm looking at. But there have been a few movies I watched where I'm like, this is so unbelievable. I got to look up more about it. And then you read the true story and you're like, what? What? That sucks. What is this? So, anyway, I don't know why the Warrens' grandson would be all upset. He's like, I'm not even going to go see it. I'm sure he's getting a little bit of dough out of this, you know. I'm sure the family, signing over the rights of the Warrens' stories, they're probably doing okay because those movies are fairly popular. Even amongst people who aren't like horror fans. All right, we got somebody calling. See what they want. K-Bear, you're live on the show. Keep that in mind. Who's this?
Hey, this is Alex Voice coming from Bastrop, Texas.
Alex,
man, I'd love to
Texas.
Yes, sir, that's right.
Well, thank you for
Still
listening.
Listening to K-Bear 101.
Heck yeah, man. I love it. And I guess you had a song request?
I do. Man, I'd really love to hear the sound of truth from As I Lay Dying.
All right. I will see if I have that in the system, because I'm not sure if I do. But if I do, I will play it. And I appreciate you listening from down south. And sorry when I make fun of Texas sometimes, Alec.
Do not worry. I feel the same. I heard you the other day, and you had me giggling my butt off.
All right. Good. I'll trash.
If not, bring me some anthrax.
All right. We could definitely get you something going, man.
There you go. That's what I like to hear.
Right on, dude. Well, have a good one, Alex. Thanks for listening, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Peace. Yeah, generally I'll start hollering at people when they're off topic, but if you're calling from another state, all right, I'll be nice. All right. Well, I wanted to bring up my list of movies that many people have seen that are based on a true story, but are, just made up. But apparently that tab has disappeared. So, sorry that I suck. It happens. Okay. Forget it. Just forget it. Let's play some more music. I don't know why I'm such an idiot and couldn't think of the name of that movie. It was Catch Me If You Can. Fun movie, pretty much completely made up. What up, Peaches?
What's happening?
I was starting to wonder if you were here.
I am.
Just usually see you.
I'm just quiet.
Much earlier. You're being quiet? I don't know. You're pretty loud in general.
Well, Justin's making a big ruckus out there.
What's he doing?
I don't know. He's just talking real loud in the hallway.
Talking loud in the hallway? Is he using inappropriate language?
No.
Okay, good. Because I'd have to go out there and put the smack down. Be like, you don't talk that way. I'm very offended. I don't like naughty words, Peaches.
That's right, you liberal.
That's right. I'm very, very, very offended all the time.
Woke workplace all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Woke place.
I was trashing the Dems earlier, so, I hope everybody heard that. I hope you were paying attention. Just talk about how we got to get the old fogies out of office.
Is it your new segment, I Don't Give a Dem?
I don't give a dem. Yeah, no, I don't care what side they're on. If they're 80 plus, gotta go. All right? I think 65 plus. Weren't we talking about this yesterday?
Yeah, the Noon Hour Noon Hour Madness and Mayhem.
Noon Hour Madness Mayhem.
Yeah, I've had this, plugged nose the entire time, so.
Could be allergies.
Yeah.
Or it could be something you need to stay away from if you picked up. Wash your hands! Wash your hands!
I have been.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. It's been, pretty good show today, Peaches. I know listeners are patiently waiting to see if I give away some Mudvayne tickets. I've had a few people call, and I'm like, not yet. So we got 15 minutes of show left. It's possible. Before the end of the show, I'll give away some tickets to Mudvayne.
I just finished the promo we're announcing on Friday.
All right, cool. That's another fun one. We've got some really good giveaways coming up.
We got 2 next week.
I know, and they're both good.
Yeah.
They're both going to be good. So if you like winning free stuff, you're listening to the right radio station. This week, Mudvayne, Static X, and vended tickets. All you got to do is listen for back-to-back tracks. If you hear 2 in a row from any of those bands, be caller number 20 when the second song starts, and you win.
I just realized, are you wearing your band's t-shirt?
I am wearing my own band's t-shirt. That's right. This is a classic. It's the Reptilians Jankum shirt.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. I don't give a damn.
I don't give a dem. Anyway, keep listening. I might give away some stuff, or I might just be lying, and then we do it later on. You never know. That's
Yeah,
why you got to listen
sure.
all day. If you
I
want to
could do
win.
it right before my show ends tonight.
I could do it during the 11 o'clock hour. You never know.
I might come in at 2 a.m.
That would be interesting. Anyway, if you want to get tickets, you can find the link in any of our apps or at the event calendar at riverbendmediagroup.com, because the show's going to be sick. It's Mudvayne, Static X, and Vended. It's going to be awesome. So if you don't go, you're a fool. You're a fool. And
these are pit tickets, too.
pit tickets. Ooh. I didn't know that. I don't like to say that sometimes in case I'm wrong.
It says
You know?
pit real big on the tickets behind you. They're right behind you in the little pile there.
I didn't look at them. So that's great. You can get right up front. Being in the pit at the port. Pit at the port. It's the way to go.
Pit port.
Pit port. You want to win? Keep listening. I might do it. Thank you again for tuning in to the Viktor Wilt Show. This program is a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.